his glow, bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanted me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen. I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the flow. 19 with him, I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was out my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Oh, he's got Jay Ajayi's going to go. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. McCoy, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, McCoy. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Lady. Here's it.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. There we go. Back. 120.
56, Mike, 56.
On second down, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Geis receives the pitch. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. On first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Don't go. 120. That's it.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 319. 319.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Looking to throw on second down. McCoy. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, McCoy. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now Sproles. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They run with Ajayi. And pulled up, Ajayi's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On first down, McCoy uses the spin. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now McCoy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's McCoy. It's brought in by Dodson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Detroit! Watching that, Marty!
Off play action. McCoy. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
Throwing again. McCoy. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down. McCoy. This will be caught inside the 10. Touch. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Throwing now is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This is brought in at the 21. Oh, able to avoid him. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here come the Redskins now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. He'll check it down to Geis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And some room to work. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. McCoy over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. McCoy now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, McCoy. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On the catch, it's Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. operating from the gun. McCoy. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll begin the drive with Scholes. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black. 81.
Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On play action, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Here's Ajayi. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Back man.
Now Wentz on third down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, McCoy. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCoy. Doxson with a grab over the middle. Past the 20. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
There we go. Back man. Great. Black.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether we're going to wear a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
Go. 180! 56 to Mike, boys. Great. Black, come on.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, 180!
This is a giant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go. 180! Win the rep. Let's go right here.
They run again with a giant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Drops it off to a giant. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here. get this one down to about the 17. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Cut 120.
Wentz now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Undercut, undercut, undercut. Hot. Detroit! Detroit!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Still fucked. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Elliott now to kick this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. McCoy. Complete. Richardson has it. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. McCoy. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Kevin Minter. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Shorty.
Back to throw. Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open air.